Alright folks, so what is up? This is One Big Bug Guy. I'm coming at you with the Euro Truck Simulator 2. Continuing our career, obviously, in our Volvo FH460. Our last run was a debacle, to say the least. Completely out of control, and hopefully this one will be better. Although, well, first we're taking a really short run. And then we're going to look for something else to tack onto it and make a complete run. So we're going to take these tractors. I don't know if it'll be better. When I said I was tired last night, well, I don't feel particularly tired. I really don't. However, are my lights on? No, for whatever reason. Because when I hit those high beams, yeah, okay. Anyways, as I was saying, last night, oosh, yeah, off to one to start already. I didn't go to bed till about 3:30, and I got up around 6:30. Yeah. So I had about 2.5, 3 hours sleep total. And I'm still going, man. This is an interesting little, lot of people out for 3 in the morning. And you know, I swear I shut pedestrians off. I really, really do. How is this even a road? It's not. Well, this is fun. What do you mean, wrong way of fence? There's not even a right way here. Stupid game. But, yeah. And tomorrow, she has to be at the hospital for her wound care by 9 o'clock in the morning. And I am not a morning person. My day starts at the crack of anywhere from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Whenever I happen to get up, dependent on how long I stayed up the night previous. So, yeah. Can I... God, this is actually risky to look this way. No, I cannot. So I actually have to go this way. This is fun. You're gonna knock me with another wrong way of fence? Stupid game. I meant to turn the lights down. Did not realize I just turned them off. So, I almost run off the road. I get a wrong way of fence. And, just to make things even better... Oh God. I think I just screwed this up. Hug the fence, hug the fence, hug the fence. Hugging a little too much. Okay, we're good. Well, I need to pause the game 1 second. I'll be right back. And we're back. I had to turn some lights off that were bothering me. I couldn't see very well. And it's even more difficult you may know that when you're dealing with bright lights coming from in front of you, that I'm gonna need both sides of the road here, most likely. Right, a little too far, but it's okay. But when you have lights coming like from behind or in front of you, and you're dealing with a dark environment, nighttime monitor, it can be really hard to see. So, so the good news is that um, my wife's foot is actually doing okay. It's not great. There is an infection, but it's still okay. Her regular doctor took a close look at it and prescribed some antibiotics, made some adjustments in her medication to help, and if everything works out the way it's supposed to, she should, no problem. Ooh, good brakes. A little too good. That's all right. She should, in about a week, 2 weeks, see improvement, not only in the infection, but if her system balances out, as her sugar's been a bit high, the wound should hopefully actually start to show signs of healing. So, it's all on a good note right now. It's just not easy. Like, she needed, the unexpected expenses, and this is like kind of both of our faults. Although I had an inkling in my head that it would be like this, and I didn't follow through. So I feel particularly bad on myself. Is that unexpected expenses, the extra doctor trip, the fact that she needed to get various medications, pretty much tapped me out. So we are pretty much broke. We had to, not that it's a terrible thing, we had to borrow some money to have for gas because she needs to make 4 more wound care appointments. One tomorrow, one Tuesday, and then next week Saturday, and then the Tuesday following. And she needs to make those one way or the other. So, starting in January, I know the things that I want to do, but I may put them on hold for a while until everything with her foot is resolved, basically. Okay, game, you can stop loading now, honestly. Just so I can hold on to the extra money in case we need gas or it's not what I meant to do. Oh, I did have high beams off. Just in case we need like gas or we need something else, medication, medical supplies for her to care for a wound, things like that is basically what I'm looking at right now. And despite, everything, I am actually okay with this because hopefully it'll actually train me into what I've been wanting to do, which is spending less money and saving more for things that are going to be needed. Like, our car, for instance. We've had it for over a year, driving up and down the same hill. when we go downtown, even when we just go to the store up the street. We have to climb out of a very large hill, and we have to come back down a very large hill. So I'm concerned about things like brakes. Well, eventually our car will need a brake job. Thanks for leaving your trailer in the middle of the road, dude. Much appreciated. So, I want to start trying to put money away. So I got to budget much better. And that means some adjustments I need to make in my financial life still. I'm a little bit better, but not good enough. Not yet. Oh, piss off. Yeah, I'm a little perturbed right now at that. Not in general, just at that. Alright, we are going... Not there. I'm pretty sure there. Yeah. Right. And here we are. Looks like it's raining. Lovely. Where am I supposed to go, game? Huh? How in the... There's another way out? Oh, God. Really? So I'll be the first one to tell you it doesn't look like it. Or am I supposed to... I'm supposed to ferry... What? This doesn't make sense. Did I pick the wrong spot? Current job. Destination. Benzagi, Santo, and Dijas. Yeah, I'm a little wary of pulling back in here, let me tell you. This has got to be it. Benzagi Island. So I guess I got to double ferry it, it looks like. Because I don't think that was an option. Maybe it was and I just didn't see it. Doesn't matter. We're here. I didn't swing that right, but it's a small trailer. Clipping won't hurt it. This is just... Yeah, we're on an island. God knows what job we're going to get from here. Jeez. Oh well. I'm going to drop all the way to first for this, and hopefully I won't stall out when I try to start. If I do, I know how to get it going. I just hope I don't. No, we seem good. Come on, guy. Move. Yeah, it's not an exceptionally long trailer, so that's worth something. You I know I've been quiet this past minute or so, but I've always enjoyed the fact, I mean, honestly, I have always enjoyed the fact that when you're delivering things in Truck Sim Map, and I don't know what does it exactly, if it's a combination, but where you pick stuff up and drop stuff off makes fucking sense. I just picked up 2 tractors and I'm delivering them to a farm. God, that just helps so much, in terms of immersion. I think I'm over a little too far. This should honestly be good enough. Yeah. Alright. I don't even need to rest after that. So, we're, here? We're going to have to take the ferry. That sucks, because there's nothing... Well, this may include the island. Oh, dear God. No wonder that's worth so much. 17,000 versus 6,000. Really, 17,000 cars. I mean, yeah, it's considerably longer distance. 1,500 versus 516. I'm almost tempted to take this because I can complete this. Because I can complete this in this video. And it's on this island. I'd really love to take this because I haven't taken a car hauling trailer in a while. But it's not on the island, and I leave the island with a trailer, not run bobtail. And like I said, this one, 516 kilometers, I can do in this video, and then we can start fresh in the next video. And other car hauling trailers will come around eventually. So we're going to take this 27-ton farming equipment. That's how I'm going to work this. And I don't have to rest because I've got a double ferry. So I've got all the resting time I need. I hate when I do that. Running bobtail. Yeah, that was... Yeah, okay. That was my fault. My bad. Let's not go too fast, huh? You can turn off now. Whoosh. I'm honestly glad I made that. I mean, I kind of figured even if it turned red, I mean yellow rather, I'd have been okay, but still. I don't believe I just did that. I just power slid a truck in the game. Oh, I would have liked to seen that from outside. Oh, that would have been so cool to see from outside, man. Eh, backing in at an angle. It still counts. Good luck getting it out at an angle. That's alright. We can just do this. See, we're all good. Yeah, that's an impressive piece of machinery right there. Why are my light... Oh, they are supposed to be on. Stop this. Do I not have my lights fully on? Oh no, they're on. They're just dim. See, that's off. Okay. Makes sense. Not really. Pulled out poorly. Can't see very well. This is bad. Alright, trick. And now nothing starts coming. Trick is to turn so I can use my mirror to pull out. That worked. Now I just need to move over without killing myself or anyone else. No, this trailer is proving a little more difficult to haul than norm, huh? It's only 27 tons. Shouldn't strain my truck that much. There's a car in front of me. I don't know why I almost forgot that. And it wouldn't be the first time either. You guys know that already. Right, can you... Great. Well, there's nothing coming. I'm already truck over the line, so that means I can just go still and not get ticketed. I made a bunch of little mistakes so far, man. I'm not too pleased. I got an opportunity here to make up for my last run, if you can even call it that. Alright, we go from here to here, because it's the only place we can go. Then we don't even... Oh, we have to. And then we go from here to there. God, I should always check the map before I do that. Alright. Scroll out to... Yeah. Kalamata, and then we don't even get disembark at Kalamata. We go straight to Pugila. Okay. So, to Kalamata. And then from Kalamata to... none of that's right. None of that's right. Is there a ferry service I don't know about? I am in Kalamata. There's no other ferry service here. Maybe there's a scroll down bar I didn't see. We can hope. Oh, there is. None of that's right still. Oh, well, I guess that is. Okay, it doesn't say it, but that's the right one. Alright, we're good. Alright. We went from rain to rain to no rain to rain. Actually, we went from rain to rain. Yeah, from rain to no rain to rain. Lovely. Boy, I'm glad I don't have an extra wide trailer right now. That really makes me happy that I don't have an extra wide trailer right about now. Alright, 496 kilometers to go. We are fully rested. We have plenty of fuel. We are good. Yes, we are good. Alright. A little conceited there, considering everything that's gone wrong up to this point. I'll tell you, I am going places in Truck Sim Map I have never been before. I have never seen this before, and in all due honesty, I would much rather seen it in the daytime. Well, it is daytime, without the rain and the clouds. I would kind of like to be driving on the outside because my frame rate is a little bit low. I always suffer more in the rain. In fact, I should probably just turn the rain down, but I think it's more realistic, and I like realism more in my Sims. I mean, that's what they're called Sims for. You know, and I want it to rain. Not a lot, but I don't even have it turned up that high, and I seem to get rain more often than not. I think I only get it up to a 25-30% chance to rain. That's not a lot. Maybe I'll turn it down some. Maybe I'll take it down to 20%. I'll turn it down. I'll dial it back a little bit so I get it less often. I'm trying to be much more aware of my cornering in this run. Hopefully I'll be able to continue doing so. Not, again, not a lot to talk about right now. I've kind of like spilled everything already, you know? I've already thrown everything out there in a short amount of time. I talked to my dad for the first time, well, in a while, actually. And was nice to talk to him. You know, we talked about the same things I kind of talk about here, you know, what's going on, my wife's health, doctor's appointments, you know, just touching base. And that's something I need to do more often. I talk to my mother several times a week. My dad, on the other hand, my dad and I get along just fine. It's just he doesn't contact me, I don't contact him for whatever reason. And I really should not let it be that way. But I really can't call my father. I suppose I could write him a letter. You know, I mostly do all my contacting through Skype. My mother's on Skype. She comes on multiple times a day. I'm on Skype while I'm at my computer, which means I'm pretty much on Skype from when I get up to when I go to sleep, unless I have to like run somewhere or you know, I'm just AFK getting something to eat, using the bathroom, whatever the case may be. So yeah. So I talk to her quite a bit because she calls me all the time, which I'm really happy about, if I'm to be honest with you. Alright, game. Let's get outside and kick that frame rate up a little bit, huh? I should really get back inside and just suffer the lower frame rate. Hey! Okay. We're good. Sometimes, in all due honesty, if I... Alright, I'm going to have a chance to stop up here, obviously. Or... Okay. God, it's just... It affects the frame rate so much to record. It's ridiculous. What I really need to do is get another card, and I will pull that off in February. January, I have determined I've got too much on my plate. I've really got too much on my plate in January. So I am shooting for February at this point. Ah, come on, light. I needed the other one to stop me, not you. I always forget to downshift that light, man. And I hit the accelerator and it's like, oh. Truck's kind of sitting there like, dude. Yeah, I know. No point in shifting gears really right now. Okay. There we go. That's the dashboard display I wanted. For gear. For Gia. I'm thinking for gear. Come on, truck. There we go. There's that acceleration. Put that big 460 to use. Yeah, that was always one of the main things that disappointed me about the big Mercedes. And I haven't driven the FH enough on a standard playing account to know if it holds true, but I'm pretty sure it does. Is because it starts so powerful, it has the least amount of engines. And so you have to wait longer to unlock things. Yes, you get a great start by starting with a much more powerful engine. But there's only like 2 or 3 more engines to unlock before you're at full power. And that always kind of disappointed me, which is one of the things that kind of drove me away from it. Which is why I went to possible lane turning into an off-ramp. Alright, it's not. So that's one of the things that turned me off about it, despite how strong it was. That's why I like the Scania. You start weaker, but there's a lot of engines to unlock along the way. You start at like 320 or 360, and then you got a 400, a 420, a 440 or 60, a 480, a 540, 6 something, and then the big 730. And I don't know, it just feels like there's more unlocks as you go. You unlock more things more often in terms of motor, and you unlock everything else at the same rate. Chassis, cabins, wheels, all that stuff unlocks at the same rate. So that's really what I'm looking into. That's really what I'm into, rather. So that's one of the reasons I went to the big Scania. And the other reason was there are a lot of mods for Volvo, but there are so many more for Scania. Scania is easily the most popular truck in the game. If you need any proof of that, just go to any, and I do mean any, site that hosts Euro Truck mods, and you'll see the truth. That simple. You'll see the truth that simple. There are so many skins and trailers and body and just complete entire trucks and sound mods and various Scania upgrades and stuff. It's easily the most popular truck. And that's the basic Scania, not the Wow, stopping for a merge. That is an all new one to me right there. Stopping, the road that is being merged into stops, while the road that does the merging continues on. That is a new one to me. And I am glad I started moving over it when I did. Oh, looks like the rain's going to be giving way. Finally. Yet I continue to drive into a rainstorm at 8:30 in the morning. Behind us is nice, bright and sunny. I'm say that much. You know, there really is that zen factor to this game. Just that calming effect. You know, I've had a couple people talk to me about this. Not here on YouTube. A couple people that I know in Eve have asked me about it. And they said, well, what's the appeal? I said, it's hard to say. I mean, first of all, you have to love trucks, and you have to have always wanted to drive them. And I said, as long as you have that, once you get into the game, there's a certain zen, a certain zen feeling to it, a peacefulness of getting out there in this truck on the road and driving. There's all of the adventure, all of the beauty, all of the wonder and excitement, and very little, comparatively, of the stress and negative impacts that come with doing this. I, for one, felt very little negative impact when doing long day driving. You know, like I said, I used to do the Hana Tour driving here on Maui, and it's one of the longest tours you will ever be on if you go. It's an all-day event. You get on the bus at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and you're back at anywhere from 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It is literally an all-day affair. It's that simple. So it's really important work, and I loved it so much. And this just helps. This truly helps in that respect. You know, and one guy talked to say, well, I don't know, man. I do that stuff for a living. I don't want to go out and driving around all day and just come home to start driving around all night. And, you know, I don't know if he'll ever actually play. My guess is probably not. But I did tell him, I said, dude, there are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of actual truck drivers out there and people who drive for a living that play this game. And they say the same thing I'm telling you now. It just has a zen quality to us. They go out and drive truck all day, and then they come back and drive truck to relax. It's completely different from being on the road, you know, being on the actual road. It's just so much calmer, you know. Right, I need to switch lanes. And now's a good time. This is really a bit of a risk. Oh, the loan must have come in because we were over 70,000. Or, no, the loan might not have come in. That could have been all of those ferry trips. There were 3 of them. The short hop and then the 2 longer ones that brought us down to 64,000 from 70, what, 74, something like that. Yeah, I'm still a little nervous, but we've almost got this delivery home. So, that's something. Napoli. You know, trying to figure out these words in these different countries always kind of come down to the same thing. And that thing is trying not to mash it up too much. Moving to Hawaii, it was a hard time for me to learn to pronounce names here because the alphabet is only 12 letters long. Yeah, the Hawaiian alphabet, I should say, is only 12 letters long. So there's a lot of repeat use of words. You know, and some of the more difficult ones that I would commonly see because I was a driver was things like ka'anapali. Doesn't sound too difficult, but when you see it, your tongue will knot up before you even try and say it. And there are plenty of words like that you'll see. And I've gotten to know most of them. You would think with all the words that I do know when I see them and I'm able to pronounce them that I should be able to, relatively speaking, be able to speak Hawaiian, but no. Trust me, no. Long way off from that. Never mind, I'm not even the same state, never mind the same ballpark. But regardless of all that, it took me a while. Now, when I do see people and I hear them talking, I still can't help but chuckle when they try and pronounce words. Some I haven't heard specifically. My wife told me about these, and I ran into my fair share while being a tour driver. Like I said, going to Kaanapali, and people come up and ask you, how do you get to Kanapali? You either get that or you get the flip side where people think everything is in the Hawaiian native tongue. So somebody comes up looking for pipeline. No, that's pipeline. Not everything in Hawaii is in the Hawaiian native language. And it's just funny to hear sometimes. And even after 15 years, I can still get it wrong. Like, one of the more difficult words I've always struggled with, and I haven't struggled with it in years because I haven't had to talk about it, is the little tiny preservation island offshore here of Maui, and chances are, because I haven't had to pronounce it in a while, I'm going to pronounce it wrong. Ko'oholave, I think. I didn't ask to be corrected. But, it's just how it is. I don't go out much anymore, so I don't deal with the words as much, so I don't keep them up as much as I used to, and it's a little sad, but I make do. Alright, we are almost done. I swear my stamina meter goes up faster than it used to. I wonder if that's tied into fuel economy or something. Or maybe long distance driving. Maybe the more I get long distance driving up, the more stamina meter I get. But I've got my long distance driving up pretty high. I mean, I've only driven 600 kilometers. Or it's going to be about 600 kilometers when we finish this. And my stamina meter is pretty darn close to the top already. And, as you know, the last episode, it really, really, really caused me problems. Yeah? It really caused me problems in the last run, to say the least, last episode. I used to be able to drive close to 1,000 kilometers before I truly got tired. So, despite it being as high as it is, I'm still pretty confident. Not pretty, I am 100% confident we'll be able to make it before it becomes an issue. Only 63 kilometers left to go. We haven't even started yawning yet. I think we were over 80 kilometers when we started yawning last time, with no rest stop in between. Hooray for the toll booth. Na 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 na. Let's not drift into the other guy's lane. Hurt.